After another hot day at the Jamboree, participants are finding ways to beat the heat, and we just had to join in. Welcome to the official New World Live Waterfront. You're watching live coverage from the 2019 World Scout Jamboree, and it all starts right now. This is a live picture from Base Camp Charlie, or Canadian Rockies. After another hot day here at the Jamboree, you can see participants cleaning up from dinner and getting ready for a night of activities here at the summit. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this edition of New World Live, the official daily broadcast of the 24th World Scout Jamboree. I'm Keegan Eatman from Scouts Canada.
And I'm Diana Carrillo from Asociación de Scouts de México, Scouts Mexico. Here is what we have for today's show. We have our field correspondent Luke Mueller in Base Camp Charlie.
The listening ear at the summit is a place where you can go if you feel overwhelmed or just need to talk to a fellow scout. We went there to talk to them.
And we met with the team at the Candescent International Scout Center, a place where scouting happens every day year-round. We'll also speak to Michael Baden-Powell, the grandson of the founder of the Scout movement, Lord Robert Baden-Powell.
We also sent a hungry team to visit the German food house here at the Jamboree. And we continue our series on dirty jobs at the Jamboree. We checked out the water trucks. Stay tuned for what they do to keep the summit's roads in good condition.
But before we get to all of that, let's look into the upcoming weather with our very own Jamboree meteorologist, Kyle Kipple.
One more night of mostly comfortable conditions across the World Scout Jamboree. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kipple. Good evening and welcome to New World Live Weather. Tonight's forecast, 61 degrees Fahrenheit, wind around 5 miles per hour, 16 degrees Celsius, that wind around 8 kilometers per hour. And watching for just a slight chance of rain as we head into the evening hours tonight. But tomorrow, mostly rainy conditions is expected. Temperatures warming to around 80 degrees Fahrenheit, but notice how these clouds increase and grow as we head into the afternoon hours. That will keep temperatures around 26 degrees Celsius Tuesday afternoon. The big story, though, is the rain and thunder conditions that is likely on Tuesday and beginning a pattern over the next couple days. Most of the fog forming before 9 a.m. will have already lifted and will have dissipated. Around 10 a.m. cloudy conditions, around 40% chance of a shower or two. As we head into the afternoon time hours, though, that's when the thunderstorm chance increases up to 70%, and some of that thunder may halt some outdoor activities. 8 p.m. the evening time hours, we're left with some lingering rain showers, 50%, as we head into the overnight hours Tuesday, going into Wednesday. Here on New World Live, we've been tracking the dry air across the area and across the eastern parts of the United States. You'll have noticed if you've been following along, that area has actually been getting smaller and decreasing in size over the past couple of days. As we look toward that west, that area of high pressure and all that dry air has moved our way. That's helping move this area of water vapor in the atmosphere. And that's where that cold front is right there, in between that brown and that green coloring. That's moving into West Virginia. And with plenty of water vapor moving into the region, we'll see a high likelihood of showers and thunderstorms heading into West Virginia Tuesday and into Wednesday. Take a look at future radar. You'll see when those showers will be starting. Scattered in Tuesday morning, but as we head into Tuesday afternoon and into Tuesday evening, multiple rounds of showers and possibly thunderstorms moving south to north across West Virginia as that cold front does move through Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning. 3-day outlook overview, 82 degrees Fahrenheit on Tuesday, 79 on Wednesday, 82 degrees on Thursday. The rain's likely to stick around for the next couple days. Temperatures in Celsius, 28 degrees on Tuesday, 26 on Wednesday, and 28 again on Thursday. The week ahead, those icons sticking around with scattered thunderstorms and rain showers lasting most likely through the end of this week. Temperatures will stay in the lower 80s in Fahrenheit and around 27 to 28 degrees in Celsius. Back to you.
Thanks, Kyle. Tonight, our field correspondent Luke Mueller is in Base Camp Charlie, also known as Canadian Rockies, to check in with contingents. How's it going out there, Luke?
Hey Willie, things are going great here in Base Camp Charlie. I'm here at a Hong Kong contingent site actually, just checking out what's going on. I have a scout here with me. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm from the Hong Kong contingent, and I'm 15 years old, and we're basically cooking dinner right now.
So what are you guys making for dinner then tonight?
So we're having this pasta with bacon, and we're having like chicken curry.
That sounds delicious. So, obviously living in this base camp in these tents is a little bit different than what you're used to at home. How have your experiences been here at the Jamboree so far?
Yeah, well, the first day we came, it was raining, so it was basically like all wet, and the floor was muddy, and it's like we had a hard time like settling in. So we had like puddles and everywhere, and so we're in the tents. So like after that there was sun, so it was nice. We organized a bit, and then it's like the whole week was like pretty good for us. Yeah, but it was really hot. Like the temperature, it was so high in the morning. It's like in the afternoon, and it's so cold at night. Yeah.
Sounds like you had a rough start, but, it looks like it picked up over the course of the week. I hear we're going to get a little bit more rain as the week progresses, so hopefully you guys can all stay dry during that time. All right, I'll see you guys in a few minutes, but until then, I'm going to pass it over back to you at the set.
Thanks, Luke. It seems like pasta could be considered part of the official Jamboree food. And as we have seen, going into a Jamboree is an amazing experience for all participants. But sometimes it could be a little bit overwhelming for some people.
That's why we have an amazing team called the Listening Ear. They offer help to scouts who need someone to talk to, whether they're facing mental health issues, tiredness, or are just homesick. They have stations in all subcamps here, and we went to find out more about their work.
My name is Hannah, and I'm from the Netherlands. Listening Ear is a place in a subcamp where a participant or an adult leader can come if they ever feel tired and they want to just have a break, or if they need someone to talk to, or just whatever, if they want to play a game. So we make everyone who comes into the station, we make them write a message on the card what their name is and where they're from. If people are homesick, we comfort them, we talk with them about the things that they've done at the Jamboree, and we make them feel better by distracting them from homesickness.
My name is Millicent Moringe. I'm 24 years old and I come from Kenya. I just wanted to meet new people and I get to know them better.
I'm from Norway and my name is Tala. It's a great opportunity to be able to express yourself, especially when you're so far from home, and a lot of us are quite young. We have either the need to express our mental health or something like that, so it's a great opportunity, to be able to just get it off your chest.
So Listening Ear is such a valued service here at the Jamboree. And we know how much fun participants are having here. But it's always a good idea to have somewhere to take a break and speak to someone who is a very supportive scout.
Do you want more information or to visit the Listening Ear stations? They're based in every subcamp in base camps A to F. Listening Ear also has a 24-hour response team available, including licensed mental health professionals. They work alongside our chaplain service if you feel more comfortable taking that route. The founder of Scouting, Lord Baden-Powell, dreamed of a place where scouts can meet, live in peace, and learn from each other. And in 1923, his dream came true. The Kandersteg International Scout Center in Switzerland defines themselves as a permanent mini Jamboree.
They offer scouts from all over the world the opportunity to apply for temporary jobs at the center. And many scouts have done so, helping them realize the values of and the vision of empowering young people and contributing, therefore, to creating a better world and more peaceful one.
Ellen, tell us, why do you like being a scout?
Because it feels, I don't know.
That's okay. Does it feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do when you go to the scouts? You camp, and how often do you camp?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Would you like to do it more often?
Yes.
My name is Felipe. I'm from Brazil. I'm the director of Kandersteg International Scout Center, the World Scout Center in Kandersteg, Switzerland. It is a beautiful place in the middle of the mountains, and we are the permanent mini jamboree.
The realization of a dream Baden-Powell had. My name is Lisa, and I'm the PR and marketing manager at the center right now. I started about 2 years ago, coming straight out of university, little experience within what I was doing, but there was a place that believed in me, a place that said, yes, we think she's gonna be good at her job.
I got to meet so many people from different parts of the world, and it was a very great experience.
One of our priorities is truly youth empowerment, right? Baden-Powell said 1 week at camp is more worth than 6 months of education formally in school. So imagine if you are 3 months volunteering at an international scout center. When I was 24, I started this job, and 25 I became director, and I was in charge of the entire center, a budget of 4 million Swiss francs, and I don't think I would have been given this opportunity outside of scouting.
I also had the opportunity to impact every little youth that came there.
And this is youth empowerment. And we can do it at all levels. We can do it in a professional manner, such in Kandersteg, or we can just do it at camp with the kids. And if you empower them and give them the chance and the accountability for things that they're going to decide on.
And earlier today, I had the chance to talk to a true Jamboree celebrity, someone whose name is connected to scouting around the world. His name is Michael Baden-Powell, and he's the grandson of Lord Robert Baden-Powell, the founder of the Scout movement. Michael is here at the World Jamboree sharing his and his family's story. So here is some of our conversation. So Michael, tell us, your grandfather created this global movement, the Scout movement. So how did it feel growing up with this in your family?
To tell you the honest truth, Diana, I can't really answer that question. You see, I don't know any different. I've often been asked, oh, what is it like to have a famous name, or to be related to such a famous person? I don't know any different. He's in the sense that I meet so many lovely people wherever I go, and I travel extensively throughout the world, coming to events like this and smaller events. And in that sense, it's had many advantages. There's a thing called Gilwell 100 on, which means that they are celebrating 100 years of the Gilwell reunion. Now, I just happen to be a member of the first Gilwell Scout group, which I got way back in '64, and we were given these things called Gilwell wood beads, and we got a funny-looking scarf, and they said to me, Michael, come back often as you can. So it's exactly what we do. So both Joan and I, who are Gilwellians, are going to go and meet up with many old friends at the Gilwell 100. Talking about the Gilwell 100, and I'm adding on to what we're talking about, in 2007, I was contacted by an old scouting friend of mine. Now, you may not know it, but in 1929 at Arrow Park, my grandfather was presented with a specially made Rolls Royce, and the children, his 3 children, called it Jam Roll, and they drove it around. They were also given a caravan, which grandparents could go from here to there visiting scout groups. Anyway, I was told this car was up for sale, and so I rang up a friend of mine and I said, so-and-so, look, how would you like to create scouting history? Oh, he said, what do you mean, Michael? Look, I'll meet you at Gilwell at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And we had miles to go. So sure enough, I met my friend Tony at Gilwell, and he said, where are we going? I said, we're going to Southend-on-Sea. What for? Tony, I didn't want to spoil your day, but we're going to buy a Rolls Royce today.
Wow.
We're going to do what? I said, we're going to buy a Rolls Royce today. what with? I said, your checkbook, I hope. Did you bring it? But there's nothing in it. I said, don't worry, we'll sort that out later. So anyway, we went to see the previous owner, and me being, as I am, rather direct, I said to Mr. Grew, I said, Mr. Grew, I understand you want to put jam roll on the market. I'm here to buy it today. And Mr. Grew couldn't believe what he was hearing. Mrs. Grew just blinked her eyes and went and got a cup of tea for us all. And we bought jam roll in 2007.
Wow.
And the idea was to bring an English icon back into scouting, where it should never have left in the first place.
In your eyes, how have you seen that the Scout movement has evolved from what your grandfather created to now, and what you see here around at the Jamboree?
Obviously, circumstances and times, Diana, has changed a great deal. And the Scout movement, in principle, has changed accordingly. We recognise that that stones don't actually move. We realise that people's perceptions actually change. And if you're going to continue to attract young people into the scouting movement, you've got to give them something worthwhile. So the net result, scout groups or scout movements all over the world, particularly countries like England, Australia, New Zealand, United States of America and so on, have changed their training program accordingly, which they had to do. Even to the extent of uniforms. Now, years gone by, you would never wear that. You would never have that. You would have, like I've got,
a woggle.
I'm an old-fashioned. That's right, you'd have a woggle, and if you've got some beads, you'd wear your beads, and so on. Not now. When I went to England in 2007, for example, for the Centenary Jamboree, I was absolutely horrified when I saw scout leaders who I'd known for years wandering around with friendship knots. And that's not right. And I saw the then Mr. Purdy, who was then the chief scout of the UK, wearing all this. And I said, so-and-so, what are you wearing all this for? No, you should have a proper woggle on like I've got, you know. So the facts of life are that times have changed, and as a result of that, quite rightly, we've had to change our thinking. The situation is completely turned in the sense now we listen to the youth, we listen to what they're thinking. That's very important. So you might say it's youth-led or youth-inspired, adult-supported. Yeah. That's probably a very practical method of describing how things have changed within the movement.
And your grandfather used to say, listen to the boy, right? So that's absolutely correct and valid in our times.
Absolutely.
So Michael, finally, let me just ask, what are your hopes for this movement and for young people into the future?
Well, the objective is to grow scouting as much as and girl guiding as much as we can.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you very much for being here with us.
It's a very great pleasure.
It was great having you here.
Very great pleasure. And I hope I've answered all your questions correctly.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, pleasure.
What a great interview. As you may be aware by now, we love the food houses here at the Jamboree. Today we went to see the folks in the German food house, and it seemed that there is more to German food culture than sausage, pretzel, and schnitzel. Let's take a look.
Hello, sir. Hi. Okay, the food team is joining the German Food and Culture House. That's a good sign.
We're offering some German specialties like roast pork, potatoes, fried potatoes, German marble cake, and yeah, that's most of it. And also some specials of the region like pepperoni rolls with or without mozzarella. You know, many people believe when they think in Germany on sausages or stuff like this, but it's very hard to become sausages from Germany to the US, so we had to decide which stuff can we get here in the US, so that's one of the most important points. So it's potatoes and pork roast. It's an amazing part of sharing culture about food, so others can learn much about their culture. I can learn much about the culture of other people when I look at the other food houses. Yeah, and food is an extreme important part of it. We all like it, we all enjoy it, yeah.
Please enjoy your meal. Thank you.
Next door to our food house kitchen is the cultural house. It's a typical German black tent. Scouts in Germany most live in those black tents when they're at camp, and there are some games that are typical for German. I think it's a key to understand what other cultures are about and how people live in their ways and why they're doing these things, and this is easy to show them in a thing like food house and also the cultural house.
That pork roast with the potatoes is just, I can't, I have to go back because it was just so good.
But I still don't know if I prefer pasta or I could take some Mexican tacos. But you know, you can hear the roads here at the Summit Bechtel Reserve can get pretty dusty at times, but thanks to the water trucks, the roads get water frequently to keep the dust down. So let's check out another dirty job that keeps the Jamboree such an amazing experience.
I'm Larry Whitlock. I work for the Summit Bechtel Reserve. I'm equipment operator, mixing foods, running the water truck. It takes about 15 minutes. All right, let's go do it. The biggest challenge is the traffic and the foot traffic. These kids are out here to have fun. They're not really paying attention to anything that's coming at them, so you kind of have to watch them. Turn the water off, make sure they're not getting wet. It's kind of hard to maneuver around buses, and of course the sun shining in the glass, it's hard to see the road. A lot of traffic, you have to turn the bottom bar on to spray the road, and it sprays straight on the ground. You know, much more greater work needs to be done. Trying to steer and use the water controls and change gears, and you really have to be on your game. And to watch the kids for Cultural Day, just kind of mingle around all the camps and be able to meet people from all over. It's really cool to see the kids that come together like this. Our 12-hour shift, I mean, you're probably looking at 15 or 20 trips. When the sun's shining directly on it like it is now, it don't take it long for it to evaporate the water out of the road and make it dusty again.
We are so thankful for all those professionals and the international service team members that have been helping a lot here at the summit.
Now let's check in with Luke to see how things are going in Base Camp Charlie. Luke, what's up over there?
Hey Willie, as you can see, I've moved a little bit. I wandered over to another contingent, and I am here with yet another excited scout. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Fernanda Isabel Chavez Montejo, and I'm a scout from Peru. Well, that's it.
We have a lot of stuff here on this table. Can you tell me about what you've laid out and why you have it all out here?
Well, this all stuff is just to trade with some other countries because, well, I want to get a lot of little souvenirs for other cultures and other countries because in Peru it's just only this. So, that.
Well, it seems like you're a pretty avid trader, but I hope you're taking advantage of the other things that the summit has to offer. Have you been engaging in any of the activities here at the summit?
Yes, one activity that I already have done is the Big Sip. That is really amazing because, I mean, you can see everything in that place because it's so high, and it's the moment that you're falling, that you're going through the air, is like wow. Yeah, well, I don't know what to say.
The Big Zip is definitely one of the hot ticket items here at the Jamboree. Did you have to wait in line a really long time to get on it?
Well, like 2 or 3 hours because we're in the morning, so we get a line with the ticket. So nice, well, in a fast wait. So that sorry, I'm doing this because I'm nervous.
You're doing great. I'm glad you got a chance to ride the Big Zip. We actually had a chance to ride it on the live stream team yesterday to get some footage for another segment that will be going out soon. And I definitely agree with you. It is one of the best activities you can do here at the summit. So back to trading for a little bit. Is there anything that you've been able to trade for from another country or another contingent that you thought was really cool that you'd like to tell us about?
Yes, I already trade a small book. I don't say it's the book, but that for a Mexican hat, a small Mexican hat, and a bag for another bag for England. That is so great, and it's like I have a bag and I have a little Mexican hat. So
those sound really cool. I mean, those are great souvenirs to take home. I've actually been looking at those bags myself. They kind of have a really cool look to them, don't you think?
Yes.
All right, World Scout Jamboree. You've seen some of the contingents. There are a lot more out there. If you have time, definitely stop in and say hi. Everyone out here is really friendly, and it's been great getting to see all of the different campsite setups and meet some of the excited scouts who are here at the World Scout Jamboree. Thanks for tuning in, and I will send it back to the set.
Thanks so much, Luke. I hope you're staying nice and hydrated out there on this hot day. On this hot day, participants have been spending time at activities around the site. Troops have been making the tough trek all the way up the scenic Mount Jack, as well as getting in the water to cool down. They've done everything from water reality to stand-up paddleboarding. Some troops have even taken it so far as to inflate their paddling pools and take a refreshing dip back on their sub-camps. You've all been making the most of the weather, with other participants visiting the rocks, Big Zip, and many other activities too. We love seeing the memories you're making, so keep on posting with the hashtag ScoutJamboree, and you may be featured here on tomorrow's shows.
So let's have a quick recap on the weather from the Jamboree meteorologist Kyle Kippel and ensure that we are prepared for the last few days of the Jamboree.
Thank you, Keegan and Diana. Tonight's forecast, 61 degrees Fahrenheit, around 16 degrees Celsius. Enjoy the one last night of good conditions before rain showers start moving into the area starting Tuesday afternoon. Rain and thunder is likely, yes. Take a look at future rainfall as we track out that rain. This is here on Monday tonight. Here that cold front's moving through the area. Notice on Tuesday morning, this is Tuesday around 11 a.m., some scattered activity starts to begin and move through the area. Tuesday afternoon around 3 p.m. heading into the evening time hours. That's when we'll see multiple rounds of rain move through the West Virginia area. 10 a.m. cloudy conditions, around 40% chance of a shower. 3 p.m. that's when those thunderstorms start to really kick off, around 70% chance. And by 8 p.m. we have the possibility of some lingering rain showers sticking with us here at the Summit Bechtel Reserve. Around 50% chance of those showers lasting through the evening hours.
Thanks, Kyle. I'm so glad we got our pool time in today. That's all we've got for you tonight.
And don't forget to watch us tomorrow in the New World Live edition at 10 a.m. in the morning. You can watch us on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on our website, www.2019wsj.org/live.
Goodbye.
Au revoir. Adios.